I'm Katy Rex. I fucking don't know what to say right now. Alright, so welcome to New Comic Book Day, the show where we talk about all the shit that came out this week. There is a lot. There is a whole list. Where's my list? There's a lot that came out this week, more than we could possibly manage to cover. We have So we have a shit ton of comics coming out this week. That's actually a scientific measure of, it's a unit of measure, shit ton. There are so many, and it's really hard, I assume, for other people who are not me to figure out what exactly they want to get from the comic shop this weekend, and that's where I come in. I'm going to help you figure it out. Or else I'm just going to talk about the shit I like. One of those. Definitely one of them, though. This week, on my poll, I'm really excited, Bitch Planet #2. I've been waiting for this since December. It's been a long fucking time. Okay, so the premise is simple. There's an auxiliary containment unit. It is off-planet, and it's where the women go when they're non-compliant. Not voluntarily, it's like a prison. Anyway, we're at #2 now, and we are following our protagonist, Kamau Kogo, and we learn a few things about Kamau this issue. The main focus is whether or not Kamau is going to put together a team for this sport. There are a lot of people that have been sent to the ACO, which is Bitch Planet, who are trying to make like a political movement, and they're trying to tell her that she needs to make this team for their purposes. And so it's sort of a dilemma for her, and also who knows if she actually did the thing. Also out this week is Sex Criminals #10. Speaking of Kelly Sue DeConnick, who wrote Bitch Planet, her husband, Matt Fraction, also writes things. He's pretty good too, with his good buddy, Chubba Zwub. So this issue of Sex Criminals follows John and Susie meeting John's porn star entry into the world of sexy times, who is now a professor of horology, which is not what it sounds like. It's actually the study of time. So they get this porn star to help them fight Kegelface. I promise that's not a spoiler. Promise. Anyway, read that. It's good. Chubba Zwub is really good. It's a good artist. He did a variant cover for The Wicked and the Divine. Next up on our poll is Gotham Academy #4. Gotham Academy is being written by Becky Cloonan and Brendan Fletcher. The art is Carl Kerschel, and I know that numbers 1 through 3 were both intriguing but also sort of difficult to engage with, because there are more questions than there are answers, and it makes it very difficult to read a series like that. In this issue, there are not a ton of answers. I wish I could tell you there are, and that doesn't make it bad, because I felt more satisfied after reading #4. Oh, we do definitely figure out the whole is Millie Jane a ghost thing. Anyway, things start to get to, I think, the point of the story, which is very much what an issue #4 is about. There's no more explication. We're getting into the action. Next on our list is Princess Ugg #7 from Oni Press. If you're not reading Princess Ugg, what the fuck are you doing? So it's about this self-rescuing princess, right? And I use that term sort of loosely because she's not actually like necessarily in the kind of danger that we normally associate with damsels in distress. She's actually a barbarian type princess who is sent to Princess Academy, where she's taught etiquette and lady shit like that. And she feels superior to the other women in the academy initially because she can do all these things that they can't with swords and clubs and knocking people in their heads and things. And they feel superior to her because they can do things she can't, like bathe and write their names. The proper princessy princesses are way more accepting of Olga, except for one really annoying kind of bitchy princess who's a pain in everybody's butt. And this issue is really about her dealing with Olga being accepted by the crowd, because Olga also uses this opportunity to really embrace who she is in the context of being a princess, which is kind of cool and amazing. Then we have They're Not Like Us, which is basically what it would be like if Xavier's School for Gifted Children was a school for stuck-up assholes who really like themselves. They're Not Like Us comes from Image. It's written by Eric Stevenson, pencils by Simon Gain, and I feel like this is as good a time as any to mention Jordi Belair is coloring it, and I have this really awful habit of wanting to just pick up whatever Jordi's coloring because she's just so fucking good at it, even if it's not necessarily a good title. This is a good title, but even if you're just picking it up for Jordi's colors, that's fine, because they're great. Alright, let's talk about #1s that came out this week. This is from IDW's Super Smash Up. It was all of our universes, all of our shows, and now it's sort of just branching off to be just the Powerpuff Girls, except maybe not. Well, I know, because I read it. There's also definitely a Courage the Cowardly Dog short at the end, which is related in ways that I don't want to say specifically to the main story. Who knows? Secrets. The Casanova series by Matt Fraction and Fabio Moon. And if you're not familiar with the series, it's like if Archer were good at his job, I guess. There's booze and ladies and spy shit, and also Casanova Quinn is definitely his own evil twin because of a time paradox. Now, he's lost all of his memories, so this is a #1, and it's sort of a come on in and figure out what's going on, because he doesn't remember anything, so you don't have to. Yeah. Dying and Dead. Dying and Dead! The solicit for this one had a lot of really interesting language that made me very excited for the series. I think it specifically said that this is Indiana Jones for old people, no fedoras, just bedpans. So obviously I'm into it, but with so much going on, I'm going to be trade waiting on this one. So our pick this week is Quantum and Woody Must Die #1. It's a lot of hilarious fun. Let me tell you all about it. If you're not familiar with Quantum and Woody, let me give you a brief rundown. They're the world's worst superhero team. They are brothers. They suck at being superheroes. Woody actually kind of sucks at most of the things except racism. That one he's really good at. Less so Quantum, he doesn't really do as much of the racism. None of the racism, actually. This issue, in addition to being our book of the week, wins best use of poop emojis ever in the history of lettering. My favorite thing about this issue, other than the poop emoji, which is really significant and important for me, it just means a lot to me that they use poop emojis this well, is a new phrase, a new colloquialism in the English language. And it's really important for gender equality that we now have a new phrase for busting my balls that isn't necessarily connected to male anatomy. So thank you, I assume James Asmus, the writer, for busting my labes. Thank you. This concludes our show. We really hope you liked it. We want to hear from you. Please tell us that you disagreed with all of our reviews and think that we're bullshit, stupid people. Totally cool. I want to hear that. Please leave it in the comments. I'd like to hear from you what you thought of other books that came out this week that we didn't get a chance to talk about, like, I don't know, Uncanny Avengers #1. So, keep in touch. That was a bad ending. Let me try again. That's all, folks. If you want to keep in touch with me, I'm on Twitter. I'm at EOTU Comics. That's for my own website, endoftheuniversecomics.com. I've got a podcast there. It's, like, pretty good. I tell a lot of butt jokes. No video, though, of butt jokes.